Okay, everybody, I am back on the server after a wonderful night of trying to get the kid to sleep and dealing with work stuff and just dealing with just a whole bunch of hecticness. I know by now, by the time you've seen this episode, you're like, what the heck? You finally came out with episodes and finally came out with 3 different ones. What took so long? Yeah, work life has been taking like forever for me. So that's my struggle right now. We are going back on this here and we're going to be building our wonderful cactus farm. Up on top of there, I need to come out 2 blocks on both sides of this thing. And I can't really see it from here realistically, but I need to take some sand blocks with me. And I have some of these, so these will do. I'm going to need more andesite, so I'm going to have to go digging for more andesite when I get a chance. For now, though, I'm just going to kind of work off of the dirt blocks and use what I've got. And then eventually down the road, we're going to cover up all the stuff that you can see on the bottom. Not going to worry about that for now. The goal here is to get all the way up there safely, at least, hopefully without dying. I probably should go get my scaffolding. I'll probably do that later and try to get some more scaffolding. But anyhow, so what our goal here is to attempt to try to build this out a little bit. So the thing is, the inside square is a 9 by 13. What I don't know is where the center is, at least in comparison to where I started. Yeah, that's right, huh? But anyhow, I do know I have to come out 2 blocks this way. And then I also know I have to come out 2 blocks that way to at least get my 9 by 13. So I got a few extra blocks here. So we're going to go ahead and go out to this way. 1 and 2, because there's 2 blocks from the glass block there. And then we're also going to do the same thing this way. And let's see how many I've got there. 1 and 1.5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That should do it because 11... and then 10 on that side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That should about do it because this last block here should cover essentially the outside bit of the building, I hope. We're going to find out once I kind of get there. And then what I didn't measure for the other way. Oh, shoot. I'm all out of blocks. All right, well, we'll just create more. I'm going to have to probably go dig in for some more of this. And then, of course, I'm out of those blocks. So I'm pretty much doomed at this point, right? Good job, me. So let's go ahead and just stick this out an extra block this way and that way. And then I probably could make the jump. I'm going to attempt to try and see what happens. And then this direction here needs to be 13. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. So both sides need to come out at least by 1 block. The reason I'm leaving the end blocks is because the end blocks should be representative or fairly representative of the water channel. Okay, because the water channel, if you see where that block is down there, that should be where the hopper that I should be dropping my water into. And then the block right next to it should be, in theory, the block that I just gathered stuff from. Oh, it's going all the way down to the bottom. Whatever. Anyway, so let's see if I can find out where my hopper is. I believe it's this one. Yeah, this looks like the correct block. Okay, good. So this is exactly where the water's going to go properly. And then I'm going to have to change out these blocks to be something else. But in the meantime, and then of course this is going to have to go down a block versus up a block. Or I can go up a block and just go up one if I so have to. In the meantime, let's go ahead and just kind of close this off. We're going to worry about that stuff later on down the road. And then this is going to go here. We're just going to keep closing this off until we have the entire thing enclosed. Alright, so the way this is going to work, there's going to be cacti on top of all of these here. And then a block or so higher than these. I'm so glad it's not so close to that thing. Anyways, a block or so higher than these are going to be connecting glass panes, which will allow the cactus to essentially fall off into the water. The water is going to start here, and it's all going to flow until it gets to this side of the room. And then when it hits this side of the room, all of this is just going to start flowing this way. All of this actually has to be a block lower because it's not going to work if I keep this where it's at. So I'm going to have to go down on the bottom and just kind of do some meandering work to kind of fix this up. So that way this goes down a block even lower than where it's at. And then that way we have our ability to have water flowing. I don't have any water buckets on me. I could make one, but I only have 2 pieces of iron. Actually, I have all the iron I need. I just need a crafting table on this thing. Don't need that right now. And then I also need to put some lights in this thing. And when I looked at the roof and how I did the roof, it was kind of a tricky thing after everything was all said and done. So I'm going to try to build this entire thing up first. And then I'm going to put the cactus on last because I could just very easily just dig a hole right here and then put in the water, put in the cactus, and have the whole thing running. What I'm also going to do down there is going to put in the bamboo. Oh, wow. I'm going to put in the bamboo successfully too to have the bamboo running. So let's go ahead and get the bamboo going. So that way at least we got bamboo flowing in here and running and active and doing whatever it is it's supposed to do as bamboo is supposed to do, right? Okay guys, the system's broken. Something going on up there. I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna have to figure out what's going on before I put that water in. By the way, I lost all my stuff. Yay, that's all I got left. Hooray for me, right? Including the scaffolding. I think I dropped the scaffolding too. I did. Well, I can always make new scaffolding real easily. So I don't know why it's not chopping blocks right now. There must be something going on if it's not gonna actually activate like it's supposed to, but one of these boxes have more scaffolding. I don't know where I put them. Oh good, at least I didn't lose all my steaks and I have extra bows if I need to. But yeah, I'm totally devastated. I lost all the steak I made up. That's so sad. And then my iron, I was carrying almost half a stack of iron there, if not more. Oh good, I have more of that. That's good news. Okay, thank goodness. It's not like a total complete loss. Guys, this is too funny. So I go and build this big giant thing, and I didn't bother testing it in the last episode, but look what happened. The thing's broken. It's not activating like it should. So I opened up the hatch up top, I examined the redstone. All the redstone are in the proper places, but like the thing's not actually cutting like it's supposed to. And so then I went down here and I examined what could possibly be wrong with the system, and it turns out, look, I forgot a piece of redstone right there. So I'm gonna try to see if I can jump and there it goes. It works now. The system's working! Awesome! That's better. I don't know how the heck I forgot a piece of redstone there out of that whole building. My goodness. So if I remember this right, I think it's on the top of the second piece. That's where we have to put this. If I remember this right, this should be the correct location. Yeah, that looks about right. So when the cactus is here, it grows another one and then it should pop. If I'm wrong on this, we'll be coming back to this and fixing this. So let me go ahead and wrap all of this up, get all the cacti on here. The cacti should start growing and just dropping, and then we'll start working on the water system right after that. Alright folks, I got the water in. The water's working fine. All I have to do is just dig out this trench. And I know for this trench it's not going to work because I need to get under here and dig that out. Oh god, that was so scary. But it's working now. I was like, oh my god. But yeah, so there's going to be a piece that just drops down underneath that anyways. It just got to drop down one block to start with. And then it dropped down a second block once I hit this portion over here. So I'm wondering if I should do this in essentially dark oak, or if I should do this in the wonderful andesite blocks I've got here too. So I'm just kind of torn between the two sets of blocks. I'm just going to go ahead and chop down some trees first and get some of those going. And then I'm going to go ahead and make some more andesite blocks. We'll see which one ends up looking prettier. In the build I did in creative, I did it all in andesite, so it didn't look as pretty as it should have. And then eventually I'm going to have glass that's going to be encased up there that's going to be blocking it off. I need to build it up at least one more row and then put the glass on top of that, and then put 2 more rows of andesite on the top of that. Alright, with the sign that I placed, the build is mostly done. And that means I can finally put cacti up here and it should work like it should. There's going to be a few blocks that are going to spill out as I build the rest of the roof and rooftop and whatnot. But I got the bottom contained. The bottom is where it should be before I die anyways, falling off here. That's going to stay open. However, it's going to have a couple extra blocks right on there. And then there's going to be glass block connecting from point A to point B. And that's what we're going to end up doing to have a little cool, like, fun pattern and to have a convenient way to cover up the wonderful furnace that I just saw there. And so instead of having this open here, it's really just going to be closed off, almost like if it was part of a chimney. And that chimney is going to get connected by glass block going from top to bottom. And what I don't know, I use regular glass just to build the thing, and I may just use regular glass for this too. I can't even reach you, block. I know you're possible to reach. There you go. I might just use regular glass just to kind of cover this part up, and I think it would be kind of cool to use regular glass just to have a juxtaposition on the glass type. Rather than it just being all green glass going from top to bottom, we'll just use the green glass in just a couple places that is necessary for green glass. So let's go ahead and get our glass in, and then we'll go ahead and get our cacti in, and then we'll kind of go from there. And then also we have to put something up there, which I'm going to do when I get the chance. I haven't gotten there yet. It's starting to run late on me with the hour just because of what happened to me with my loss of goods and supplies, which had to get me to rebuild and recreate everything all over again. So I'm also going to put something down here on the bottom of this that's also going to help with that too. And I believe I am high enough. If I'm not, I can just go up another section if I have to. But yeah, it's going to go down in the bottom of that, and then there's going to be another one on the top of that. It's going to be super cool looking when it's all said and done. You'll see I'm not going to spoil the surprise, but you have to watch and find out is all I have to say, right? Alright folks, so the hardest part probably of this entire build happens to be the roof. Not because I'm standing up here ready to die every time I fall off this thing, but actually because at some point I have to hang lamps in here, and I have no idea how I'm going to get the lamps inside of this thing just to even try to hang. And it's easier on creative than it is to do it out here. But I can definitely do it. It's just going to take me a little strategizing to kind of figure out my plan for getting the lamps inside. And as you can see, we're just kind of stylizing. Oops, I put this in the wrong place. We're kind of stylizing the outside here just a little bit by just giving it a little bit of a flavor to the blocks here. And once it's all said and done, it's going to look flipping awesome. And you're going to love how it looks. Well, there might be somebody who might not like it, but I can pretty much guarantee that most people would love the way it looks. Let's put it that way. So, this is actually a really fun project, and this is something that's going to hopefully give me a lot of XP. From what I understand, one entire box of cactus dye, as you can see, one of the cactus already popped off, but one entire box of cactus dye will give me 42 levels, which is really good. I gotta give you that. It's extremely good. It's giving me that many levels, you know what I mean? But what's more important, I think, than just getting that many cactus dye levels is the fact that we can actually do something with this over time. I can add a second box and hope for the best and see if I can get like double the XP, and maybe I can get pretty darn close to 84. The next tricky part here is I want to also get the rest of the roof, and so this is the portion where it becomes flat, and I may have to go back downstairs and see if I can get more of this, but once I get all this flat section here, then I'm going to be doing the part that kind of spikes itself up. I was thinking about whether to do it inside or do it on the outside, but this is the part where it kind of gets all spiky, and I have to go double check how I did this, because I think I might have dug out a hole for the area to actually get exposed. Or for example, if I take out the blocks and stuff, then put a block underneath. I think that's might have been what I did. Not entirely sure. I'm gonna have to double check my work. But yeah, so the thing is working, and cactus are falling in there, and we still gotta put some stuff in there. Then they're getting cooked up in here, but they won't get cooked up if that's in there. And eventually I'm getting some green dye in the process. Real nice, huh? Oh, and I should add, one of the best features of this is the fact that this thing runs by itself, because I have endless bamboo that will just eventually fill up all of these hoppers here, that way and this way. All these hoppers will be filled with bamboo at some point, and the bamboo will just run itself and just do its own thing and just fill this entire thing up with bamboo, and I could always use it to cook up myself some, I don't know, iron, some emeralds. I don't think you can cook up emeralds, but iron, emerald, you know, iron, gold, your usual stuff. I can actually cook them all up in the machine, which is actually kind of cool and kind of convenient. I realize I'm doing something horrible, which is being up here at night with no light out here. That's probably pretty dangerous. I probably should go back down before a creeper comes out and destroys my entire build and all the work that I put into this build. Okay guys, I'm finally on the tail end of this roof. It's a bit tricky because I'm trying to remember how I came up with this, how I put the stuff together, and I think I about got it. So that right there, by the way, is where the lamps are going to go. On the inside, there's also a few other places where the lamps are going to go. It's just kind of tricky to do because you have to kind of work around a few things and just chop up a few things, lose a few pieces along the way. And by the way, there's not supposed to be any pieces under here because it's supposed to be kind of like a free floating system here. And so I believe I had these blocks over here as well. If I didn't, then I flipped them out. I would have to kind of check it out. Let's see what the other picture says, because the other picture would have it in there. Oh god, it's so far away. No, I didn't. I actually used the entire thing. Not... See, I'm all out of blocks. I just got this one block here. I actually took this out and I used the other one. And then of course I gotta get the straight block. So let me see if I can get some wonderful slabs. and then a couple more stairs, and then I think we're good. But when you see this from far away, it all makes sense why I did this style. And I'm not done with the roof. There's a section right here I still have to finish up, so I need some iron, which is back in the chest. I have, not iron specifically, but like iron bars. That's what I need. And the iron bars are going to be used for that. Where did I even put my iron bars? Oh gosh, I know I have iron bars somewhere around here because I used some. Ah, here it is. I have 28 of them. Alright, with the roof, this is what we're doing with this side. This is eventually going to be a chimney, and I'm going to need to put a couple blocks way down there at the bottom. There's going to be a campfire. Then all the way up here, there's going to be another campfire. So this is where I'm going to end up having our wonderful iron bars, because that's going to preclude the top of this thing. And then we're going to do another row of what I just did down there with the staircases. I may need one more staircase to kind of boot. I'm not entirely sure if I think I do. But yeah, this is going to go around one whole section here. And I don't think I can even get around on my own without like safely jumping up here and doing this way. And then we're going to do the same thing with the iron bars that I just did just now. And then do one more section like this. And then it's going to look really cool once it's all said and done, with the style of what I'm going for with the chimney. And I know all my builds have had some sort of chimney involved in it. This one's the only one that didn't, at least not yet. I may still install one. I heard that you don't need the glass panel now for that wonderful AFK fish farm, so I may put a chimney there instead. However, what I do notice is the chimney kind of gets impacted. By the way, what's going on with glitchiness? That is actually happening because of the texture pack. Apparently, Faithful Texture Pack has some weird, bizarre issues. I've got this currently set up so we can run on the non-Faithful Texture Pack, but this is the partially Faithful and partly the original developer build. The only reason is because when I was looking for andesite, I couldn't find the andesite because the andesite looked just like the diorite, and the diorite looks just like gravel. So it was driving me nuts, and I was like, I need to find a way so I can tell the difference between everything, and that's what I ended up doing. Okay, there we go. We got everything all the way to the top, and you'll be able to see the smoke once we get that going. I am going to hang essentially 2 lamps. I'm trying to figure out how I did this before. I'm going to have to go look, and so there's going to be 2 lamps in here. There's going to be at least a few lamps over there, so I'm going to go try to see if I can get the lamps on the inside. That's going to be really tricky, because I could die from cactus at any point in time when I do this. So let's see if I can somehow be reasonably safe, at least with what I'm doing here. Because there's no easy way up or out of this thing either, unless I go all the way down here. This is probably the only safest way out. And then of course, once I get into the water, it's all fun and games. It's all over, right? So yeah, there's going to be 2 lamps up there, and then I may have put lamps over on the side. I'll have to double check. Yes, I did. I put lamps way over here on the side. So let me get these lamps going. If I can get up there. I can't even reach it. Wow. I may have a chance. Oh wait, it's not low enough. That's why. For a second I was like, what's going on here? Because I know what's going to happen. Eventually a mob is going to spawn in here, and I don't want that to happen. I need a lamp over here. I'll figure that out in a few minutes. But for now, the 4 lamp will be on the other side. I know I hear those weird noises and it scares the heck out of me. Yeah, so guys, you may not know this, but you could easily stick a campfire right on top of this right here, and it would be just fine. It will still gather stuff in the hopper. I was kind of blown away by that, but it was kind of a cool effect that I just realized happened. And yes, I died many, many more times again, but it still will pick up the things that it needs to pick up on, and it's trying to pick up my own items, so I'm trying to get rid of that as best I can. Throw this in here because I don't know why it's all here. But anyhow, what are you doing? Why are you like being a little weird? This is weird how it's like, oh, okay, it was full. That's why. Hello. But yeah, so it's kind of cool. It looks almost done. I know. Isn't that great? So what I need to do is I need to, as you can see that plain area down here on the bottom, I need to change this out a little bit. So that way it's got a little more style and flair to it. Unfortunately, this section is where the water is, so I'm not going to change this out. But I could add a stripe down this way, and again, that's where the water is. I don't know. I could leave it alone the way it is right now. It does look kind of cool. If you can't see it, that's okay. I will zoom out and eventually fly around on a cam count. What I do have to finish up at the bottom, I'm going to do that probably off camera. It just needs to have a footrest, so that way it's just like actually sitting on something. I have to take out a couple random blocks. It's not on this side. This side doesn't have the random block problem as much. Although what I could do is I could take that and just go stripe it down this way if I really wanted to. But yeah, there's a couple random blocks. For example, that guy needs to go, that guy needs to go, and or I just need to stick it on the other side. I was also thinking I could just like taper these off and put like maybe an andesite, maybe in something else where I could just have kind of a frame kind of going around the outside of it. So I'll do that probably off camera as well. But other than that, I think this project's finally done. I finally have an XP farm just collecting XP just for me. It's got the smoke singles coming up, and it actually comes all the way out to the top because I put a special one up there so I can actually make that happen. Wow, scary. Anyway, so yeah, if you like this build and you like this lightning trying to burn up my entire build after I just built it, let me know what you think. And what was really cool, by the way, the last time I did this, I flipped the switch and lightning went off. That was super cool. But yeah, so again, if you like this, let me know what you think. I want to hear your thoughts, comments, and tell me what you think of the rainy weather in the game. Okay, don't tell me that. What I really want you to do is like, subscribe, and leave me comments, and just, you know, do your usual YouTube thing that you do whenever you check out my channel. And I apologize again and again and again that I keep delivering what would appear so late. But I do appreciate that you care about the fact that I have a life to go to, and a life to live, and a life to do, that I try to do YouTube as much as I can. But, you know, at the end of the day, sometimes it's just a thing I do on the side. Sometimes I can make it work, sometimes I can't. So, as of right now, when I sign off this one, I'm going to be editing 3 different YouTube episodes. Isn't that insane? Just so you can guys watch 3 things in a row! How fun. You know what I could do here? I could actually stick this out. Just a teeny tiny little bit. I'll find some cool style, don't worry. This will work itself out eventually. Okay folks, Mikey's here, and I just have to do it. Let's see if I can do it. Wait, come back. For Sparta! Oh, no, you're supposed to like land in the water. It's more fun that way.